Ultimate success today.
Ryn Show.
Today I'll be reviewing the album from Protomartyr, Ultimate Success Today. This is the 5th album from Detroit, Michigan's post-punk band, and boy, 5th album. They did it. Number 5. There's a whole hand right there. I first got into this band with Agent of Intellect from 2015. That was the 3rd album. I loved the catchiness and hard rock that the post-punk band provided, but it was definitely inconsistent. Then 2 years later, in 2017, they released Relatives in Descent, which was a highly praised album critically, and I did enjoy it more being more kind of fleshed out, kind of all grouped together instead of having just highlight songs like on Agent of Intellect. And I'm hoping the band now on Ultimate Success Today goes with Relatives in Descent and having a more lush, laid out album. And they seem to have a more consistent sound throughout. The band also seems to be adding more instruments, like a saxophone on the opening track, A Day Without End, adding to that nihilism when you have with The Day Without Ending, as the saxophone kind of jazzes out here and there to spark up the mental loss. The band's lyrics seems to be a lot of social criticism on it, especially on the 2nd track, Processed by the Boys, as he kind of describes of being processed by the boys or even being beaten by the police. The vocalist, Joe Casey, has definitely a unique voice, a low, gruttling sound that he puts out. He has a nice smoky texture throughout what he's saying. It's very poetic as it goes through. On the track, he's described everyone's haunted with a smile, being processed by the boys, as it's clearly a nod to the police brutality going on, especially in Detroit. And his deliveries are great on most of the albums, sounding very poetic. But the band still offers kind of catchy tunes, like I love on June 21st, as the band kind of describes of being inside during all summer, of not wanting to go out, which seems to perfectly describe the lockdown and quarantine most have experienced this year.
How many times have you nutted during quarantine?
55.
That's rookie numbers, bud.
On the track Tranquilizer, the song does a great job of describing being overdosed and being overdrugged as having to take pills every day just to get by. The pain, the pain, the pain. Blustering fast as the pain kind of rises, and the lyrics describe of having to be overdrugged, keep taking pills just to settle the pain. The next track, Modern Business Times, which is about being in the corporate ladder, having a struggle to climb just to kind of make a living. It's kind of brutal to keep going through the same pains just to get by. On the track Bridge and Crown, Joe implements more of his other personal life into the songs, about his relations with his dad, of having an inherited ring of ebony that passes down as he cites through this song. As Joe sums up perfectly on the chorus on the track, everybody knows we're holding on to little dreams to drive our bodies all down the line till there's nothing left. Protomartyr makes a great post-punk sound, but quite nothing revolutionary. But the lyrics from Joe is quite great to dive into, and it seems quite ironic having an ultimate success today, even though they are describing a lot of things that are happening today that don't seem quite fun. This album doesn't seem to have as many catchy songs as Relatives in Descent did back in 2017, but maybe as I keep listening to this, some of the songs are already start to grow on me. Another great thing to watch about this album is they have music videos for the whole album, so you can have a whole visual experience while watching this, or while listening to this album.
I'm gonna go watch an album.
Watch an album, folks. This album, watchable. Watchable out of 10. One of the interesting music videos is Processed by the Boys, where they kind of parody an old Brazilian television show where one of the viewers gets really mad at a puppet and runs around the whole live studio as it shoots. It's hilarious. So definitely recommend this watchable post-punk album. If you want to have a successful day today, and I'll give this a rating of 38 hand grenades out of 3 police batons. Like, comment, and subscribe.